If you are learning PHP, these are the most important things you must know. In this video, I will show you PHP mistakes, how to fix it, PHP code and explain it, PHP program and solution. This is the biggest thing beginners miss. PHP does not run in the browser like JavaScript. It runs on the server. Example, like when we say echo hello world, what really happens? Server executes the PHP code. Browser only receives the result. User will only see hello world. So server don't show anything concerning the PHP code. So only echo the value inside our PHP code. So server will only show you this hello world. You're not going to see this. You're not going to see this echo hello world. PHP is more secure than HTML. Like after coding your HTML page, when you do inspect, you will see all your how the HTML is coded, how everything is structured. So, but you are not going to see that in PHP. So we just open our code in our browser. Always do your local host. So you see it. You already see hello world. If you also didn't inspect, you're not going to see your. So this is it. To replace it with HTML code. But you actually echo this thing with PHP code. So PHP is more secured than HTML because we use it for security and other things. This is our backend code. So it has to be a secured code, not to expose, to just to prevent it from hackers and attackers. Always use this PHP opening tag and closing tag. So always use this PHP opening tag and closing tag. PHP must be writing inside this tag because let me say this thing is outside our PHP tag. This thing is going to be an issue to our website. If you check our browser, you see it. Now everything is exposed. Echo hello world is exposed, which is not proper to be like this. So browser only need to show this hello world. But when you write the PHP code outside the PHP tag, it's going to be an issue for you. You just copy this thing and put it inside our PHP tag. Your code here, without this, your code will not run. Your code might run, but it's going to be an error to your website. And it's going to be somehow. So always put it inside PHP tag. And also this, and also this. When we do echo, this will show you error. Every statement ends with semicolon. So you just have to end your statement with the semicolon because without it, PHP you will not know where your code end and it's going to give you an error, a serious problem to your website. So always end it with semicolon. Like if you remove this, okay, this one is not going to give you a problem because you don't have any other code behind this code. So why it gives error is because PHP don't know where your code ends. But since you don't have any code behind this code, that means your code actually end here. Everyone knows your code end here. But if you put another code behind this code, now can you see it is giving us an error. So PHP is now confused. It is wondering where your code ends. It is wondering where your code ends because it didn't end this code with semicolon. So now it is giving you error line. So whenever you see this line, just know there is a problem and your PHP file is red. That means danger. There is danger in your code. If you go to your browser, you see an error. You see it. Always read your error message and know where the problem is. So every code must end with semicolon. Why? Because PHP needs semicolon to know where a line ends. Variables are case sensitive. Like when we say the name equals to, if you do something like this, echo this will fail. If you do something like this, this will fail because big letter, big letter and small letter are not the same in our PHP code. So this will not work. PHP are case sensitive. In PHP, capital and small letter are different. So always use exactly what your variable name is. So don't try to change anything because PHP don't know anything that started with capital letter. For it to work, you have to change this one to big letter, your variable name to big letter, or you change this one to capital, or you change this one to small letter. So this is what you want. This is what you have to know about the variable. So some of these give people error in their a very serious problem in their website. But people don't actually know what the problem is because they are very confused. They will tell them undefined variable. So but they are looking at their variable, knowing that they have the name of their variable is name and they are called name. They don't know that there is difference between both of them. When you do something like this thing is going to give you an error. If you check on this it, undefined variable name on line 10. So you have to change it to small letter to the this is hello then. Always add your BR. Every variable starts with dollar. Example, when we want to give a variable, we first start it with what? Dollar age equals to 20. Think of it like a boss storing data. So all your variable have to start with what? Dollar sign. That's what PHP used to know. This is variable and this is not variable. So there is difference between variable and value. When you create a variable, you give it a value. All your variable must have a value. Or if you create a variable without a value, just know that your variable is useless because a variable without a value is useless. Just something like your house without a roof is useless because you are still outside. When rain fall, it will fall on you. When the sun comes, it will shine on you. So a house without a roof is useless. A variable without a value is useless because when you still call the variable to give you an empty answer, it's not going to give you an error to give you an empty answer. If you understand this, you are already ahead of most beginners. Follow for more PHP tutorials. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.